Hi boys and girls, today is all about learning about crayon techniques. So you want to grab a white piece of paper, that way your crayons will show up and you'll be able to see all the colors clearly. You also want to grab your crayons. Alright, so you can grab any color that you have. I'm going to grab this, it's called Beautiful. It's a dark blue. And when you look at your crayon, there's a point right here. And then there's also the back, which is flat. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to draw a shape. Any shape, it doesn't matter. And then you take the point, the tip, and then you just color it in. So you're coloring it in with the point. Now we can do another shape. Do the same or different, doesn't matter. And now we are going to color with the back. Okay, and then if you have a crayon like this that doesn't have the paper, you can try to practice now with the side. If you don't have that, I don't want to ruin your crayons. But if you do find a crayon, it doesn't have to be this tiny, but it's just kind of missing the paper. So if you took off all the paper, you can use the side. So if you look at these three, you can definitely see the difference. I know I used yellow for here, but I used the same color for these two. The color looks darker here than here. I wasn't pressing hard or anything, but it just looks harder with the point versus the back. Then the side, yeah, it looks pretty light. It's a yellow, so it's a light color. Okay, so those are three different techniques that you can use. Now, let's practice making light and dark color values together. So you can even use the same exact crayon. I want you to press hard as you can. So like that. And then start to press lighter and lighter and lighter till you're barely pressing it all. So you're going from a really dark value to a really light value. So light to dark. So this is a really great technique if you don't have a lot of colors. It's almost like you have a nice variety of colors if you press hard versus soft. Alright, so this technique is called stippling. I know that's a weird word, stippling. So you can grab whatever color you want. Now I'm going to show you what stippling means. So you can stipple with lines. So that just means that you're doing the same mark over and over, and it creates kind of like a pattern. So you can stipple with lines, just making short little lines. You could stipple with shapes. So I'm just doing a circle over and over and over. That's all it is. You can have a lot of fun with stipling. So this is with lines, and this is with circles. But feel free to do another shape too. we are going to do another crayon technique called overlapping. Overlapping. And that just means that one color is going to go on top of another. So you want to make two shapes. They can be the same or different. Doesn't matter. You also want to get two different colors. So I'm going to lay down my orange right here. One time, and then a second time. So I'm going to go over 2 times at least. I don't want there to be any white space left in my shape. So I want to make sure I'm doing a really good job filling in my entire shape. Okay, so that's one. Now I'm going to go over it with the pink. And I want to see what do these colors look like when I overlap them. Okay, so that is orange first, pink second. Now I'm going to color with the pink right over here. Pink first. Now I went over it once. I'm going to go over it again and again until you don't see any white spaces left. I want to do a really good job coloring in my shape. Okay, and now I'm going to go over with my orange. Okay friends, so you can see, did orange first over here and pink first over here. They're the same colors, but they look totally different. So this is with orange first and pink second, and this is with pink first and orange second. Totally different results. Right, so for this technique, we are doing what's called hatching. And that's just a big word for making lines in one direction. So you can make as many lines as you want, but you're making it in one direction. You can even add another color on top. But remember, it goes in one direction. So this is called hatching. That is called hatching. And if you use 2 lines, that is called cross-hatching. So you can go up and down, and side to side. Just like that. You can even go with another color up and down, and side to side. Oh, lots of fun. All right, and for this last technique, you want to grab something that feels cool. So it has a nice texture to it. It feels cool. And you want to put that item underneath your paper. Then take your crayon and rub it right on top. So rubbing is definitely a lot of fun with your crayon. And it gives you a unique texture. Another common item you can use is a coin. Just put it underneath. And then just rub. And look at that. You can see the coin. This is called rubbing. And that's it for our crayon techniques. I encourage you to continue exploring these techniques and practicing, just having fun with crayons, because there's a lot you can do with this fun art material. All right, bye everybody.